I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Today I want to talk about what symptoms are you going to get once you stop drinking alcohol. It really boils down to, I think, what symptoms you expect to get. What do you think you're going to get? How do you know that you're going to get any symptoms at all? Is it because somebody else told you that you're going to get symptoms? Is it because you've read something somewhere, or somebody has actually physically told you that these are the symptoms that you should expect to get? How do they know what symptoms you're going to get? You're an individual person. You have your own body, unique body, you have your own mind, you have your own way of doing things, your own life, and symptoms that you get, if you want to call them symptoms, the discomfort, the things that you're going to go through are basically going to be very unique to you. I've said this before, but the first thing that you have to understand about symptoms is that they're not really symptoms. When you think about the word symptom, you always think about, it always brings in my mind anyway, something wrong, it's something bad is happening. It makes me think about doctors in white coats and stethoscopes, and it makes me think about hospitals, with that antiseptic smell, and gurneys and surgeons and nurses and all that kind of crap, that nothing to do with quitting drinking alcohol, unless you're a very bad case, unless your addiction has gone to such an extent that you need hospitalization. And if you're at that stage, you know fine well that you're at that stage. You don't need me to tell you. I'm not telling you to hide from the fact that stopping drinking alcohol is going to be tough in some ways. It is. The more you drink, the tougher it's going to be. But I'm telling you to go away from loaded terms like symptoms, those terms that can be terrifying to some people, They just don't want to hear that they're going to go through all these symptoms. You're much better off thinking about things in terms of a transition. You're transitioning from one state to another. You're transitioning from being an alcohol user into being free. And once you start thinking about things like that you're facing forward into something instead of facing away from something. So you're facing forward into a bright future, and you're transitioning into that bright future instead of leaving behind something which is, a crutch or a security blanket. That it is a drug. A nasty, destructive drug that you want to get out of your life. So that transition, an element, takes you from being that drug user into, and just pushes you in the right direction. It makes you face the right direction. The best doctors in the world are not going to be able to tell you how you're going to feel, how much discomfort you're going to go through. They're just not going to be able to tell you that. The best mind specialists in the world will be able to say to you, look, the what mind is a strange thing, that your mind can affect the body in some weird ways. All you have to do is look at phantom limb syndrome, where somebody gets their leg cut off and they still feel this phantom limb. At the end, they still feel pain in it. They can feel itches in it, and it's sometimes for the rest of their lives. Oh, just take a breath for a minute. There's some good hills around here, but I'm just a week back from Holland, and having that, the extra few pounds, I tell you, it really does, it builds onto things. It's hard. It's a good lesson now. I think looking back on times like this and just, seeing how difficult it is, it's easy to sit there and eat all the nice things, but you know, they do, they affect everything, I think, you know, not just the weight, but I think it's the whole, my whole system, you know. I feel like I get more easily out of breath, and I don't sleep as well, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a good lesson. Let's carry on anyway. You know, you have to think about the discomfort that you feel once you stop drinking. You know, once you've permanently made that decision and you're never going to drink again, as being very similar to the hangover feelings that you get while you've been drinking. It's a very similar thing, you know. You know, when you're... Both of these things are the result or the consequences of the drinking that you've already done. You know, a lot of people say, well, it's because you're addicted to alcohol and you need alcohol, and the more you drink alcohol, the more you need. And I just think it's a wrong way of looking at things. I think it's more that the bad feelings that you're getting are not because you need more alcohol, but it's because of all the drink that you've already consumed and the damage that it's already done, both physically and psychologically. You know, so I just think it's, you know, I think it's, if you can look at things, if you can change the way that you're looking at things, and if that new way of looking at things helps you, then change the way of looking at things. And finally, before we finish this, you know, like I always say, you know, don't take my word for anything medical. If you feel that you need medical treatment, then, you know, go to your doctor. Your doctor's there for a reason, and that's to help you to get better. And, you know, even if going to your doctor is just as sympathetic ear, somebody who's going to listen to what you're saying and be that person that listens, then, you know, it can be worthwhile. So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Onwards and upwards.